Hello, one and all, and welcome to the Talking Shit with Brad and Dan podcast, a podcast in which we cast a clinical, occasionally cynical, and very often comically critical eye upon living with a chronic illness. My name is Dan, and with me, as always, is the best-dressed dude on the nude beach, Brad. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good. Thank you. You totally
Brad.
caught me off guard.
Do you want to start that again?
No, that's fine. You're good.
Okay. So, Brad, I'm not sure if you're aware or not that this is the most understated of festivals, but Christmas is just around the corner. Yes, the biggest and best festival of landfill is upon us, and we explain to our children through the medium of rampant consumerism the birth of little baby Jesus. We thought we would join in with festivities with our very own slice of Christmas glee entitled Have Yourself a Very Shitty Christmas. But before we get into any of the required festivities, I am contractually obliged to ask, as we do in every episode, Brad, how is your shit?
Hey, thanks, Dan. My shit's doing pretty good. I'm coming off the high that is Gaming for Guts. It's a yearly event that really takes it out of all of our presenters, and this year with me helming some extra duties that I promised to stop doing, I was a little bit tired, but I'm starting to pull it back together. How's your shit?
Yeah, shit. I've had a horrendous cold for about what feels like 17 years, but in reality it's been about 3 weeks. And I did the foolish thing of having a IV infliximab infusion in the midst of the cold, which then took the cold from being fucking horrible to being fucking agonizing. But you know, I'm feeling slightly better today, you know, full of Christmas glee, as you can imagine. And then tomorrow around this time I have a flexi ciggy to look forward to, so that's cool.
Right on.
But it's better than a full colonoscopy, because if we were doing that, we would have had a live stream of me shitting myself on the internet. So at least I don't have to do the full prep. But you know, hey ho, Christmas, hey. So now that's out of the way, it's time to introduce our guests for this episode from around the globe. So firstly, representing the former colonial powerhouse that is the United Kingdom, founder of the IBD Superheroes online support group that can be found on all your social media platforms, blogger and healthcare patient consultant, an all-round cool cat, Sahara Fleetwood Beresford. Welcome to the show.
Oh my God, that was such an introduction. Wow. I've never been introed like that before. It was beautiful. Thank you.
Thanks. You're making me blush. And joining us from the United States, we have a man who is chasing the American dream and has just made us feel ridiculously peasant-like with his financial situation. I've completely lost my place. We may have to start that bit again. So, yeah, Brad, we'll cut in from that bit. Is that all right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and joining us from the United States, chasing the American dream like a former royal chases the media attention, it's Gaming for Guts guru, Mark J. Quilty. How's your shit in the USA, my man?
You know, overall, my shit's pretty good. That said, I ate something way too spicy last night before going to work, and I'm feeling it. My guts have been kind of rumbling, so
right on.
Today the shits might not be too good.
Okay, so there might be, you know, we had the potential for two of us literally shitting live on the internet today, but hopefully we'll keep that to a bare minimum and not try for anything too graphic.
Let's be honest, me and Brad probably.
I was literally just going to say, I was like, we could be just shitting right now.
This is rapidly turning into a very different video. So anyway, yeah, welcome all. Welcome to the first episode of this, and possibly last episode. So anyway, let's to move it on to safer ground. As a little bit of background, this year has been a particularly tough one for me. So I was a perfectly normal, reasonably healthy, unhealthy man in his 39th year up until the summer when my guts tried to kill me. Spent about 15 days in hospital, lost fantabulous amounts of weight, which I've clearly now put on, and I've since been on all the drugs under the sun and the immunosuppressants. And so basically, this brings us to the point of this podcast. This is my first IBD Christmas. This is my first Christmas living with a chronic illness. So, guys, please feel free to make me feel 1,000 times better about how much fun that's
Cheer
going to
about
be.
it, or hooray, hooray!
Hooray!
Cheer about it if you like. Yeah.
It's so
Depending on how much you
fun.
dislike me.
The first
So
of
yeah,
many.
well, yeah, that's it. The first of many. So I need to learn to adapt to Christmas. So essentially, you three, having lived with this disease for far longer than I, are the IBD ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future. I am the Ebenezer Scrooge, and you have to guide me through changing my lifestyle at Christmas, which previously has involved eating far too much, drinking far too much, trying desperately to avoid family members far too much, the usual. So with that said, discuss. How is Christmas for you guys? What is an average Christmas for you? Mark, let's start with you. What does Christmas look like in your household?
So, in my household, typically I travel to go see my brother and sister-in-law and my parents. We all get together and have ourselves a nice family Christmas. This year, I'm not actually getting to do that. My new work schedule is a little hectic. They changed my hours around, and I don't get Christmas.
Bastards.
Yeah, I don't get Christmas off, and now I am on the opposite side of the country from them. So, it's gonna be a lonely Christmas here this year, but I think I can manage.
Do you get
have
It's
paid?
like pantomime and just for the guy.
Yeah.
Are you getting
I don't
paid
know,
double
is
time?
pantomime a thing in the US? Do you know what pantomime is?
Not really, but
So
I know
it's-
what pantomime is, but it's not really a
Okay.
thing in the
All right.
US. I've definitely watched like recorded British pantomime like Christmas things on like YouTube and
So
stuff.
it's a way we torture children in the UK.
Well, I know it tortures me as an adult when I've watched it. I'm like,
Yeah.
this
There are
hurts
so
me. I
many
didn't grow
red
up with this. I
flags.
don't understand.
So many red flags with pantomime.
I had to
There
look
are
it up.
middle-aged men cross-dressing, inviting children on stage to take sweets from them, and you think it's all joyful as a child, but then you grow up and you just think, Jesus, no, just no.
And then you continue the tradition so that the trauma passes on.
Well, yeah, that's good parenting, right?
Yeah, I was going to say,
You gotta
I'm
pass
pretty sure
down
that's
the
the
trauma.
job of parents, isn't it?
Nothing says good parenting like generational trauma.
That's right. It's called family bonding, I've found.
Well, that's really what Christmas is about, right? The family bonding.
Yeah, agonizing pain and torment.
So you'd asked me about the typical Christmas. We will usually make like a really big breakfast, like biscuits and gravy with like Dutch baby style pancakes, like sautéed and like simmered in like nutmeg and cinnamon, like apples and fruits, stuff like that. We go really big on food. Usually like ham and like duck at dinner.
I think
Not
Christmas
so-
is the festival of the fat basteria around the world. It's
Oh.
where everyone really ups their diabetes level.
It definitely is here for me in the United States. I know other Americans are all about Thanksgiving, and I'm just like, give me the Christmas food.
Well, yeah,
The
you
only
guys,
part of the holiday I like is the food at Christmas.
you guys in your Thanksgiving and Christmas like back to back. That's the
Yeah.
only thing I've said about like it's you guys have no breathing room. It's like Thanksgiving and a few weeks later you got Christmas. That's the one good thing about Canadian things. Uber. We have time. Not that I want two
It just
turkeys
blows
either.
my mind. So are you telling me that there is a different Thanksgiving in America and a different?
Yep. There's
Different
this,
things to give thanks for.
yeah.
It's a
Wow.
running joke. here.
Mooses in
Oh, yeah.
Canada and a lack of English in America, supposedly.
But yeah, two
So-
different times.
Well,
So
this is
how-
an educational show too. I didn't know. I wasn't prepared.
Could you not guess by the title that was the plan?
Oh, to educate me. Oh,
Yes.
right.
Well, not purely you. This wasn't a ruse just to educate you.
No,
We
just
were
me.
planning to educate the wider society a little bit about chronic illness. So, Sahara, what's your Christmas kind of look like?
I have Christmas Eve with my mum, so she comes over and we eat a lot of cheese and we drink mulled wine and we share presents. So I'm normally dehydrated, ready for Christmas morning. And then Christmas Day is normally spent at my auntie's. We just open presents, we do the dinner, and then we normally go for a walk. Where she lives, if it's snowed a little bit where she is, you only have to go up a hill and all the snow's up there. So that's always fun. Christmas Day, playing in the snow, going for a walk. That's literally it. It's just all chilled out. And I don't really have to do anything other than open presents and eat food.
Nice.
It's wonderful. Love it.
You're winning so far. Brad, what's your Christmas look like?
Oh boy, I'm not gonna win. So let's just say Christmas is improving. Like, before I met my wife, I hated Christmas because, like, I'm a runaway. I lived mostly on my own since I was 18, and been through Christmas on my own mostly since I was 18. So I've Christmas has never been a favorite time of mine. But saying that, ever since I met my wife, she has been bringing me into their family and their like Christmas traditions. So I've got to not only experience like a Canadian style Thanksgiving, dang it, Christmas with them. We also, because her mom's side is Ukrainian, we also do a Ukrainian Christmas. So we typically do Ukrainian Christmas on Christmas Eve, which is all meatless meal. Way too much to eat. Most of it I can't eat. Probably still can't. But I do really like the idea of it, and it's something we're going to continue like with our family. And then Christmas Day, I guess it's going to change. Like, it was like we would do Christmas dinner at her mom's, but her mom's just kind of like, I'm done. I don't want to. And so we were like, okay, that's fine. Like, we'll cook dinner this year. But then her dad's just like, no, too much food. Let's just have breakfast. So it's like, okay, like, that's fine. In a year or so, when we have, our little baby, we'll create our own traditions, which I look forward to.
That's exciting.
It is exciting.
It's very exciting. I also like to congratulate you on completely destroying the joke I'd lined up.
I'm sorry.
That your Christmas is before your wife, and I was going to interject with furious masturbation, but then you came on to being a runaway and having a Ukrainian half of the family. So obviously that completely kiboshed that. So just go down the serious route. Cheers for that. But you did just touch on something that I'm not sure we've mentioned in the podcast yet. I think we mentioned it in the preamble. So Brad, you've got another mouth to feed in the near future.
Yeah, we are, my wife is 12 weeks and 2 days pregnant. It's been a wild ride. It's really, like, I am so excited. Like, I've been doing so much. Like, she likes to tell everyone the moment we saw the pregnancy results. And for anyone that doesn't know me, I'm also a photographer, like super into photography, but my IBD is always kind of kiboshed that to a degree. So the moment we saw the maternity or the pregnancy test, I ran to my computer and I was like planning out what I was going to do for the first like photo sessions. And I already I have our Christmas photos planned for next year.
For the next 12
I have
years.
the 6 month set for like that baby. I'm doing 2 maternity timelines. I got to calm down. I have issues.
Well, congratulations, and
Thank you.
may I
Congratulations.
look forward to the next 20 years of never sleeping again.
Oh yes, I've been warned. I'll just stop taking my sleep aids. It's okay. I didn't sleep before.
They say Brad's almost as much of a night owl as me.
Yeah.
And
longer.
I need to point this out about Brad. He is terrible at keeping secrets. And so like he sent me a picture. He's like, "Oh my God, Sid's pregnant," and like a picture of the test positive, and he's like, "We're gonna try and keep it secret." And then Brad immediately in another group chat with all of our other Gaming for Guts people, he starts telling all of them. He's just like, "Oh guys,
I got in trouble for that.
But it's a secret.
Yeah. Brad's like, "Don't tell Sid. It's a secret." Tells everyone.
Brilliant.
So really, it became more how not to tell Sid that we knew.
Pretty much.
So the only person it was a secret from was Sid. Although she did know, I assume, that, there was a pregnancy
I was
test. That
hoping.
positive.
I was kind of hoping.
Yeah.
She was in on the joke.
Just gonna
Yeah.
surprise it on her in 9 months. But yeah, it's been good. It's really good.
So anyway, moving swiftly on from the congratulations and all that jazz. So Brad, I think you've got the next couple of questions.
Okay, so we've talked a little bit about our family traditions here. Now, there's brief talk, but I want to hear what are our go-to holiday foods. Now, let's put this into two categories. One, the foods you would like and wish to have, and then the foods that you do have.
The foods I can
And-
look forward to and the foods I can cry about.
Yes.
For this, I'll start with my co-host Dan.
Well, yeah, God knows. We'll find out. It's going to either be a great or Christmas or a miserable Christmas, depending on what I eat and how my stomach reacts to
So
them.
for you, we'll start with what are your favorite Christmas foods? And then
Well, the ultimate favourite is my mum's Christmas gravy. It's like she's slaughtered 56 different animals just to get the right amount of
Oh man.
just to get the right amount of flavour in that gravy, and it's just glorious.
Mouth is watering already.
Yeah, it's me too, and salivating at the prospect of it. And she makes enough to last for 6
on
months.
his head too.
Yeah, this is actually last Christmas's.
Last Christmas.
Yeah, last
The
Christmas
trophy.
deer. We have enough for all the family, so the kids have all got one. Me and my wife have 2 each. My mum and dad both have, full-on bear skins from the bears that we slaughtered for the gravy.
Like roast things.
Yeah. The family are never short of leather belts or boots. Essentially, the kitchen becomes a tanning room on Boxing Day. I've just got all the pelts out. I'm just sloshing urine on them to cure them, and it's great. It's a typical Yorkshire Christmas full of death and.
So that not harming animals, we were not going to talk about.
Right.
No, not harming our pets. Different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I'll come clean. My house is not actually an abattoir at Christmas. No, but yeah, my mum's gravy is outstanding. And one that always sticks in my mind, and I think this is the same for everyone with Christmas, because everyone has, memories, whether they be good or bad from Christmas, but generally someone has some form of food memory at Christmas, which always sticks in their mind. Now, my mum is the youngest of 10.
Okay.
So on my mum's side, we have about 56,000 cousins. And every year, my gran, who's now long since died on that side of the family, used to have us all round to her house. And we'd have like half-hour slots for each family to come in. And she would make about 150 sausage rolls. And I just have memories of sitting under the tablecloth, siphoning off sausage rolls as different family members came in. So yeah, gravy and sausage rolls are my go-to Christmas memories of what I probably still can eat. Great excuse now for not having to eat sprouts, I guess. Don't know. I don't know. Is Christmas a particularly hard time? Because most Christmas foods are pretty unhealthy and unfiberlicious anyway.
You kind of named a big one, I think, is sprouts. A bunch of people have Brussels sprouts. I thankfully have had this disease since I was a teenager, so I've been able to be like, nah, sorry. It's one of the few things that it's just like, yeah.
There's thousands of kids out there now praying for this knowledge.
Yep.
It's like we've found the key to joyous Christmases for thousands of children out there.
Oh no,
Mum, I can't have the sprouts.
But I would say it really depends on your culture, because every culture does different things. And like the Ukrainian side, a lot of it is too much for me. I would say like a Western Christmas. Turkey, ham, yeah, that's generally okay. Lean protein is generally better for us than not lean, like fatty. And one of my go-tos.
Thanks for that definition.
Well, I'm just saying.
For the
Is
audience.
mashed
Yeah.
potatoes, which I don't know how many people like. I thought everyone did that, but then I go to my like wife's families and they made them special for me, and I still did not eat them because I did not know how to make them. I was just like, yes, these are good.
That's next level skill to fuck up mashed potato. That really is.
It-
Someone dislikes you in that household.
That's the thing. It's not that hard, but I'm very picky. My wife has learned how to do it like exactly to my taste, which is generally probably saltier than what regular folks can take,
Oh, okay.
right?
Yeah.
Because my sodium levels generally are down, not since my surgery, but before surgery, it'd be lower. So I typically like crave salt,
Okay.
stuff like that. But continuing on, let's ask Sahara what her traditions were and food.
So,
We should point out that Sahara is
I'll
stroking a
talk
dog
because
there,
I
and not
like
just.
soggy Brussels sprout. Oh, hello. So
We couldn't see the dog. We could just see your hand movements.
so I like a soggy Brussels sprout. If I can squish it into the gravy, I'm good with it.
Okay.
It's not veg as such. It's not like there's a particular kind of veg that bothers me unless you're going to feed me something like really, really fibrous like kale that's just full of this insoluble fiber. And nobody's giving me apple skin for Christmas, so all is well. I just have to be really careful of my portion size and fiber. So most of my plate needs to be the meat and the starches, because if I eat too much veg, then it's a problem no matter what veg it is. But I feel like I can't really eat stuffing. Stuffing seems to bother me. It has a lot of, well, what does it have in it? That's the question. What is in there that's bothering me? Maybe it's the chunks of onion. Maybe I get excited with the, I really, really, really like stuffing. So maybe I just eat it too fast and don't chew thoroughly enough, because I'm really good chewer normally. But it's Christmas and I'm excited, so I'm just shoveling it all in, and then I suffer. And the Brussels do make a windy bag, so we can get a little bit of a balloon going. That's always.
Oh, mentioning my brain. Holy moly! I just lost it. I lost it.
I just want to focus on the windy bag. Does that make for like musical charades after Christmas dinner?
If that's what you want to do, yeah.
Well, you know.
Well, as you know, I don't play games. I don't do competitions, and I don't do quizzes, so I wouldn't know.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, good.
Foolishness on my part.
The
I was just thinking you could like stick a kazoo in one end of it and treat it like a bagpipe.
Yeah, good luck separating the
Yeah.
from the wind.
Brad, you're Scottish, like by descent. Have the kilt. Can we try that the next time we hang out?
That's some great online content for Christmas Day there for you, Brad.
I will bring a bag of kazoos. It'll be entertaining.
I do like a good kazoo.
You can do a trial and error thing, can't you?
Yeah.
What I was gonna say about the stuffing is, yeah, you're right. Like I used to eat stuffing no problem, and then for Thanksgiving I had stuffing, and it was just like everything I ate just went gone right through me, and I was like, what the heck? So I haven't really had stuffing much since then. So that is a very good point, and I hope to have some today, but I don't know what else. Anyways, let's switch
Start
over.
small. That's the only advice I have. Start with a small amount.
But you also you knocked it on the head with, when you have that festive food in front of you, you're also just like, oh yes.
Yes, the excitement takes over. I'm not good at moderation, in all honesty. Like,
No.
I think that's the thing when you've got IBD, isn't it? So you make a choice a lot of the time as to, is this food going to be worth the pain, or what am I doing today and tomorrow? Nothing? Okay, so give me the coleslaw, it's fine.
I like to ask people online when they're like, oh, like I ate such and such and I feel like crap today. Like my first question is, was it worth it? Did you enjoy it? because like we kind of planned for, like I do that all the time. It's like, I want
Yeah.
this. Tomorrow is a write-off. I'm having this. Right? Okay, so Mark, let's move on to you.
All right. Well, I have to go with Dan's mom's gravy because that sounds awesome.
It does.
I'll ship you some out. I'll get her to slaughter a few extra rabbits and send them
Ooh,
over.
I do love me some conies, so woohoo. That's not something Americans eat, by the way. They don't eat rabbit, and I'm like, why? They're delicious.
Neither do I. I'll be honest. It's not on the top of my list.
Is it a
But,
UK thing? Do you?
No, I
I
mean,
eat rabbit. I like
Okay, I was
rabbit.
gonna say I've
it's
heard of it.
it's not a
I
regular
was a
Sunday
poor
lunch
child,
thing, though, is
so we
it?
got what people shot and gave us, so we had rabbit. We had pigeon.
But the biscuits and gravy I mentioned earlier, because when my family makes it, we'll take like Italian sausage, like spicy Italian sausage, and we'll let that gravy cook for like a day or two beforehand. So just all the grease and the oil, all that just like seasons the gravy, and we'll home make the biscuits, and that is really the food I look forward to the most. I also avoid stuffing because I don't know what's in it, and my brother, who's usually the one that makes it, I know he typically for some reason adds mushrooms, and I have a joke about mushrooms that I don't eat anything that lives in the dark and feeds on shit. So yeah, mushrooms are out for me there. So anything with a mushroom base, I'm like,
I'm kind of
Some
iffy on that
mushroom
too.
gravies are okay though. Like if it's done well and it doesn't just have giant chunks of chopped mushroom, I'm fine. But other foods. So my sister-in-law, and this is since my brother and sister-in-law got married, I've picked up on like Filipino-based foods because her family will sometimes I'll go over with them to her family's like Christmas dinner the night before Christmas, and they will have like diniguan, which is a type of like blood sausage, like rice dish, and I will eat a lot of that, and they're all shocked. They're like, "Wow, this like totally potato-looking white guy is eating this," and I'm just like, "Please give me that. That is delicious."
Right on.
So I've picked up weird and eclectic food tastes for stuff like that, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's just the fact that it's, protein and rice, which is pretty easy to digest. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with though, is the biscuits and gravy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Dan and I have had a chance to ask a question, but we've also gave Sahara a chance to put in a few of her questions. So let's give her a chance.
Well, I'm not prepared because I don't know what my questions were.
We'll just.
Oh, there was definitely something about socializing, like whether socializing.
So
I know for me personally, I used to drink a lot. I don't really drink now. So I had a J pouch for a period, and I constantly had pouchitis with it, so I couldn't really drink.
Okay.
So I stopped drinking, and by the time I had my pouch out, drinking just doesn't really feel like something that I do anymore. So I don't really drink, and so that socializing element's gone out of the window. But also a lot of the friends, that I had when I was diagnosed also went out the window because I said no a few too many times, so they just stopped asking and all that kind of stuff. So it's definitely changed for me. But then so has all the socializing for the rest of the year, I guess, as well, and prioritizing who I want to let into my life in the first place. There is very few of them.
Okay, so who would you like to direct the question to first, then, I guess?
Well, I'm going to say you because you're still talking, and I'm going to get my mother.
Okay, so this one I can say as a gamer is like I've mentioned how I've spent a lot of Christmases alone for years, but that was with blood family, right? I like to say people like Mark. Mark actually officiated my wedding. He is a long time IBD friend who's basically my brother. And because like us and a lot of our friends are gamers, we just gather online and we find something to play. It doesn't even have to be something we really care about at times. It's just something to get us into like the same spot so that we can just hang out.
The same shared experience.
Yeah. And it's I would say that's again like not to harbor on gaming for guts, but like that is something that we focus on is we use like the gaming as a way to connect with folks because so many charities focus on runs and walks and all this physical stuff, and we're
which
like
a lot of people with IBD aren't actually capable of doing.
So that's kind of how it started, and so yeah, like I like to gather with my buddy and I are trying to plan a couple gaming nights this week before I go across another province for Christmas this year. So yeah, it's gamers be gaming.
Love that. That's what Christmas is about, though, isn't it? People that you can connect with and spending time with them.
Yeah.
You're going to find me at a Christmas market these days, not in the pub, because the few people I like are happy to just do chill things with me like that.
Isn't it nice? Like to your comment about like drinking, I drank in my like I'd say 20. Shut up. I know your damn story. You just keep it to yourself.
That is a lovely maniacal look you've got there, Mark.
He's got me good. Anyways, I don't drink much. Hence the reason his story exists. I don't drink because, it really messed me up anytime I drink anything. So I mostly gave it up. Sometimes on special occasions I do. And sometimes on those special occasions, because I don't drink, I get really excited and drink too much too quickly and get really sick. And that's all we're saying.
Well, we do need to hear the story now. Which we wouldn't.
Got stories like that. Don't worry about it.
He told, it was one of his stories at his speech at my wedding. It was good. Everyone got to find out.
Everyone got to find out the Brad drank too much story.
That was also the moment, like my now wife and I had like our first like real moment because she's like, I was so angry at you. Because I had to make her drive us back home, and she wasn't really driving too much then. So, yeah, good times.
Yeah, drive back home through America to across an international border.
Yeah.
With a drunk Brad in the car.
Oh no, at this point I was hungover severely because booze in the States is so much cheaper than Canada. And I don't know what I didn't know what the law was between like taking something back. So I was just like, fuck it.
So there were many things to be excited about when you were drinking that.
And it was the first time I actually met him in person.
Didn't really socialize a whole lot after being diagnosed initially. Like Brad, I was diagnosed as a teenager. And when I wasn't able to go to school anymore, most of my friends just bailed on me. Straight up bailed. And so that's kind of where I get into, connecting with her on that is when you say no too many times because your health is holding you back, people just like they stop reaching out, they up and leave. And so it made for a pretty shitty, early adulthood where all of my friends, people I had known for years and years and years, grew up with them, just stopped associating with me. Like, oh, there's the dead kid. Like, and so as I grew older, my socializing for holidays really just more revolved around my family. And when I moved away to go to university and bought my house and all of that, as Brad said, we started really connecting more online. And so there were plenty of Christmases where after doing stuff with the family would go walk over to my computer and, use use whatever Steam gift card was given to me by whatever family member and be like, all right, Brad, what video game are we buying on the video game sale to play before we do our respective dinners tonight?
It's good
So
times, yeah.
I've made a way of connecting to it, but as I was saying before we got back into this, I don't have a problem drinking with my symptoms for whatever reason. Unlike most people with Crohn's disease or IBD or IBS, I have not developed a lactose intolerance, and I've not developed anything that gets affected by alcohol. And so I drink a lot. In fact, I have a really wonderful bottle of Irish whiskey right here, which is very blurred out because it's a green bottle. Also, we're not marketing whoever that is.
It's okay. You didn't see it.
Other brands are available.
Yeah, right. But
it's your audition for the BBC right there, Sarah.
But so when I'm with like my family, my brother doesn't drink a whole lot anymore except beer, but my sister-in-law and I, we would like make mimosas in the morning while waiting for like Christmas breakfast. So we would be pretty drunk by the time, breakfast came around, and by the time it was, gift giving, and we're just like, oh, it's going to be an afternoon for a while.
Smooth.
The glories of the little baby Jesus giving us morning drinking.
Yep.
Okay. So Dan, do you want to take the next question?
Well, yeah. So what have we got here next?
We got two highlighted in green, one in yellow.
Yeah. So for you ostomy mates
is what I hear.
No,
I say ostomists. Some people say ostomists, but I think that's more US than UK.
Okay.
People with a stoma.
Yeah, you guys with slightly less long intestines than me, with your differently abled intestines. Do you decorate your bags for the holidays? Is that a thing? Do you come out loud and proud with a little snowman on your bag?
I've seen on social media, and it's something that I keep thinking, I'll do, but I keep also thinking that I'm a creative person, and I'm not. I just want to be crafty, and I want to be creative, and
so
I've got some sticky gems. So maybe this year I'll bling it up. Or I thought we were going
to have a nice story about how you tried to make it look like a snowman, but it just looked like you'd spilt Tipp-Ex all over yourself.
Well, I can start now.
Yeah, next episode, making and doing.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna try.
I like the idea, but I don't. I do have a bag cover that's quite glittery, so maybe I could pop that on.
Nice.
Yeah, do it, Doug. What about you, Brad? Do you
I do
jazzle your bag?
I want so I do see it going around, and ever since my surgery, I have kind of dove into the deep end of just being right into the thick of talking about my ostomy and stuff like that. So continuing awareness and stuff like that, yeah, I probably will, because it's something that I can do that will grab the eye, and then people will start talking about it, asking questions and such. I've really learned that the things I think that are basic, you just still got to talk about them, because a lot of people, it's still so new.
Yeah.
So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think I want to. Do I know what I'll do? Will it suck? Yeah, probably. Maybe next year I'll have my artist buddy, Outhouse Cartoons. I'll just mail him my bag and be like, hey, can you design something for me and mail it back?
No, fuck that. You'll be getting your child to do it next year, and it will
So that's
be
a
terrible.
Good point.
But you will think it's the greatest thing that's ever happened, and you're
Draw
entitled to do
Christmas
that.
Tree on here.
I like that.
Yeah. So, go on, Brad.
No, you're good. You're good.
So I was, as we've gone with the Christmas past, the Christmas present, and to round off on that fantastically original idea I had of the ghosts of past and present and future. If you would have any piece of tech or app or anything which would make your life better as an IBD sufferer, someone with chronic illness, under the Christmas tree, what would it be? failing maybe a mechanical bowel.
Yeah, no Cybertronics, because Mark and I have talked about that.
Oh man, I don't
Steve-
know, the cyberpunk, just replace all of my flesh and meat sounds pretty wonderful.
At this point, yeah.
No takers?
I-
Anyone?
I-
Grand
It's
so-
ideas?
such
Go
a
on,
hard
Brad.
question,
So-
isn't it? Like,
One I've
So
thought
I'm
of.
excited about some stuff that's happening, like with IBD research. Like the more personalized medicine, where you just draw a bit of blood and be like, no, this medication won't work for you. But this is like, seems to be, like they can do it, but it's just so far away to actually be reality. I would like to see that faster. That sounds like a wonderful idea. So we don't have to spend a year trying different treatments to find out that they're not working, and we're just getting sicker. So yeah, that'd be nice.
Okay.
Just hurry that along. That's fine. I can't think of any of my own ideas, but
It's not me.
just one.
I'm not creating it.
On
So that sounds
her.
Maybe you should be.
Maybe
Get to
I
it.
should. Yes. Maybe if I spent less time dressing like a fancy dress gazelle, I could spend those hours learning how computers work to start with, and then working my way up to individualizing medications. That sounds entirely reasonable. Okay, then, Mark, have you got one?
I'm gonna have to go with that one, right? Like, we have CRISPR, right? As a technology, like, how come they can't just use that on an individual basis to figure out what's gonna work best for us? That said, I mean, infliximab / Remicade has worked for me since 2003, so there's no reason for me to change that. But a piece of technology that would be really helpful under the Christmas tree. Oh, that's a good
So-
question. Like, really, for me as a personal person, or individual person, I should say.
I prefer personal person,
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
personal person. Let's go with
personally.
that.
I
Yeah,
have,
yeah.
A little better than being
An
an
idea.
impersonal person. Oh, what's your
You
idea?
have an
then, Fred?
idea.
and it's still based off of what we're talking about. So I've been thinking about it since this is a question from actually my artist, Dylan from Outhouse Cartoons. So I was kind of thinking about it, and to me, I think about it like kind of like diabetes. Do you know those monitors they have now?
Yeah.
Just pop
Yeah.
that on.
Yeah.
You know how nice it would be to have something like that that's just like plopped on somewhere, and we have on our phone, it's telling us like our disease levels, like just random facts, stuff that we need to know. So it's like, oh, yeah, okay, like my sodium's
There
low,
are
or
small studies doing that as well. Like there are
That's
IBD
cool.
tracking studies with watches and stuff. But yeah, well, they didn't let me join in, so it's
Oh.
not that good.
You
But-
weren't invited to the party, so it was shit.
Yeah, kind of.
I get that.
It would have been better if I was there.
Obviously.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's an amazing idea just to start predicting little bio things that we don't even know is going on. That's like, hey,
That's
you
it,
might
right?
be in trouble here.
Because I'm sure everyone has may have seen like pets, like specifically dogs that are like trained to pick up on the
Yes.
body more than humans, and they can tell their owner like, hey, you're about to like black out, and they like try to get them down. So like we gotta talk to the dogs. We gotta ask them what's going on, like use the sniffers.
Yeah.
But before we move on, at some point during the quiz, Dan, I have a
Uh-huh.
task for you. I just bring it up. I watch too much Who's Line. At some point, I want you to just do some like random gazelle, like you're like caught in headlights.
I can't believe I didn't realize he was as a gazelle. I mean, mind blown.
I've been impersonating a human for some time now.
You're
Yeah, I
doing
think I've got
you're
quite
doing
good
an
at it.
okay job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so are we at that time? Are we going to careen headlong into the Christmas festivities?
We are.
Okay, so
I preface it again. It's not that bad. It's not like a quiz that is like mean. It's just fun.
Well,
I think that's
I think
definitely, a personal opinion.
That's true. That's still true.
we're full of personal opinions today, especially the ones that are impersonally personal, and not the ones that are personally personal. So, yeah, it is that time of year. It's Christmas. It's a time of fun and games that are thrust upon you when you don't want them. So, in that honour, we have a little game, or I have a little game that I've made up, and in the nature of what we've been talking about today, I thought I would call it the Intercontinental Incontinence Cup. That's right. So we have Brad representing the moose-loving Canadians. We have Mark from the good old US of A, and we have Sahara representing the UK. I will, of course, be Quizmaster General and completely unbiased against you ungrateful colonials from across the sea. There are 3 rounds. 3 rounds of 3, and please write down your answers. At the end of each round, I will take your answers and I will tell you who has won the round.
To bring a paper and a pen, didn't they? I'm not prepared for this. Oh.
I'm glad that I always just keep a notepad on my desk.
I tell you what we can do. We can finish this well-written intro that I've done, and then we can pause afterwards, and you can go get a piece of paper and a pen.
She's gone already, man.
Okay.
Hang on, I'm gonna get my game show jacket. One second.
I was looking for one, yeah.
Well, how are you going to know what I've written down?
Because at the end of each round, I will ask you for your answers.
Well, why do I need to write it down then?
Because you need to make a guess at the time, so I can verify that it was at that time.
I've written it
Yeah.
down.
So no Google, people, no Google or other search engines, and it's just a bit of fun. It's just a laugh. It's just a little chunk of hilarity. So, are we ready? Are we prepped?
Well, now I'm just jealous.
That is a nice jacket.
Oh yeah, and it has reindeer on it.
Yeah, it raises the question why
jacket.
Why the fuck you weren't wearing that from the start of the Christmas
I
episode,
totally
to be
forgot. I totally forgot. Like
you didn't see the festiveness.
Yeah, no, because I clearly just like to dress like this. Yeah,
a gazelle on a daily basis.
Yeah, a gazelle wearing a flashing Christmas jumper because that's what gazelles generally wear. Anyway, the quiz. Merry Christmas, one and all. This is coming across as a smooth operation, but hey ho. So, round 1, are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Round 1 is as the sleigh flies. So we're basically going to be guessing how many miles the fat man in red will have to fly between each of these stops. So, first stop on your list, delivering a... You don't know what, sorry?
Don't know where anything is.
I'm just going to throw random numbers. It's okay.
So this is in miles, so just throw random numbers down.
Well, we're in miles, not kilometers, yes?
Okay.
Miles,
do
not
we have
kilometers,
2 miles and 2 kilometers in this chat? Do you and Dan, what do you guys use?
Miles.
Okay, so we're split here.
Yeah, but I'm Quizmaster General.
And he's the Quizmaster,
so
Sahara and I are just guessing.
It's about 1.6-ish.
Yeah, it's
that's math, and I did not sign up for that.
Honestly, Brad,
this is what you get.
One of the answers is 7,623. So I don't think you're going to be going that far off with the answers, whether it's 1.6 or 1.7.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Now, have we all finished Stop Complaining?
Yep.
And this absolutely backs up the ungrateful colonial line. It has to be said. So, question 1. Santa is flying a thank you card from Buckingham Palace in London to Harry and Meghan's house in Los Angeles for their recent Netflix documentary. How many miles did Santa rack up on that one? And secondly, as Argentina have just won the FIFA World Cup, which again, I'm sure nobody but me wasn't aware of, how many miles is it from Qatar to Argentina for Santa to deliver the World Cup, as obviously that's the guy who delivers it every year?
All random guesses.
And finally, as the fat man hunkers down on Boxing Day, when he takes his wife to Mauritius from the North Pole for their holiday after the Christmas season. How many miles is it from the North Pole to Mauritius?
What is the Mauritius?
The Mauritius Islands. It's a beautiful sandy island people long to visit for all their lives, but never manage.
Sure.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I've always wanted to go.
Yeah, it's sort of been on top of my list.
Wow, you guys are overflowing with excitement for this. I'm really glad I made the effort to Google those 3 questions. Okay, so...
Wanted a jolly show?
What?
You wanted a jolly show? We are just delivering.
Yeah. You're a bundle of fun. Okay, so answers to question 1. Buckingham Palace to Los Angeles. Brad, what did you get?
5,000 miles.
5,000 miles, very good. Sahara, what did you get?
7,623.
Okay. Are you just going to answer that for every question? Yeah. Okay. Okay, and Mark?
There's your jolly.
I put 5,100 miles.
51, so
Ooh.
5,100.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Price is writing it on me.
So that's Mark, the winner, because it was 5,440 miles. So Mark
Price is
gets the
righted
point.
me.
Damn.
So in second was Qatar to Argentina. That was Brad. What's your guess?
I said 1,200 miles.
So 1,200
Yeah.
from the Middle East to South America.
I have no... Yeah. I should have
Okay.
did a higher number.
Maybe, yeah. I'm just going out on a limb here, but Sahara, is it in the region of 7,623 miles?
Oh my! How did you do that?
It's a Christmas miracle.
It's a Christmas miracle.
And Mark, your guess there?
I forgot the exact total, so I just put 7,500 miles. I knew it was close. So. I'm gonna guess that's the 76.
So, no, it's not actually, but Sahara wins it 'cause it's actually 8,629.
Yeah,
She's doing it right.
North Pole to Mauritius, that beautiful holiday island that we all know and love. Brad, what was your guess?
This is where I threw that number in, but also didn't remember, so I just went with 7,600 miles. 7,600.
Okay. Mark, just to build up the tension in the room.
Not that.
Not that. Do I just put that? Not that. Is that your official answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know I'm not close.
Okay, so with not that miles, Mark didn't get that. Now, Sahara, your mileage on that one? 7,623.
She's probably got me by
So-
23.
Amazingly, after all her bitching and moaning about hating
I
quizzes,
love quizzes. They're my favourite. I told you.
Sahara has won round 1. Well done. Isn't this fun? It's just a shame we don't have some jaunty theme music to go along with it. So anyway, round 2. I know we're all excited. So I actually got my good lady wife, her indoors, and the children, well, child 2 and 3 involved in this one, because child 1's too old and out actually living a life rather than sitting here on the internet at 9 o'clock on a Sunday night. So anyway, round 2 is next line. Well, yeah, name that lyric, next line's kind of vibe. So I will read out a lyric from a well-known Christmas song. You have to give me the writer of the song, the title of the song, and crucially, the next line.
Oh my god.
As opposed to the first round where you really kicked ass.
Right? I did so good then.
Okay, so question 1 of round 2, which was chosen by my darling child 3, as she was christened. So the line is, now the jingle hop has begun. In fact, no, I don't think it is. I think I lied to you.
Nope. Is that the answer?
Yeah, that was the answer.
Oh,
So,
yes. I got it.
you still have to tell me who wrote it and.
Oh,
I'm gonna write that 3 times.
what the song title is.
Well, I don't think I've ever heard that song.
I think you have.
Well, sing it to me. I'll tell you.
Get the next set of lyrics from it there.
Okay, so next song, chosen by the good lady wife. I don't want a lot for Christmas, which is the most sarcastic thing she's ever said. And song number 3, chosen by child 2, again, her christened name. Last Christmas, I gave you my heart.
Listening earlier.
Then you have no excuses.
I should not have said.
No, you should. Okay, so Brad, we'll come to you as you're so confident.
I don't know how
Question
you can all back so quick.
one. All right. Well,
Yeah.
I'll just wait a little while longer. You know, it's not like people are just listening and dead air's a crime. We'll just
Well,
sit
dead
here
air
and
is not a
chat
crime,
to
is it?
myself.
And Brad can cut it out.
I don't think you
cut
should.
it out.
Just to spite you at this point. I think we should keep this here and have me chuntering away like a happy little Christmas elf who's gone on strike because Santa's a git.
Well, you did have bought me what I asked for.
Anyway, are any of you ready? That's all. No shape or form. No.
This one is
Still not.
definitely the hardest for
Right.
me.
Okay.
This
Right,
uses
Brad,
too many
coming to
brain
you.
cells.
Question 1. So I
Uh,
gave you the line, so you don't need that. So we just need the song and who
no,
who
I got
sung
the
it.
line. I got the line. It's now the jingle hop has begun.
Okay, if we're playing that game, well done.
Yeah,
That's
that's
my-
the only one I'm gonna
my-
get.
Showing appreciation to my
I'm
children.
gonna say-
workforce.
I'm gonna say Elvis. Probably not, but that's all I'm going with.
No, it wasn't Elvis. And have you got the song title?
The jingle hop.
No. Okay, so Mark, let's try you and your jazzy little jacket.
Yeah, I didn't come up with jack shit for that.
Okay,
I mean,
that's another
like
quality
for
actor.
who wrote the song, I
Well, you know, I wanted to throw in a curveball. This is the toughest one, but
Okay.
child 3 did choose it. It wasn't me, so you can blame the
like-
9-year-old girl. You can make her cry at Christmas. Make her cry, Mark. Make her cry. You diss her choices. Diss away. Anyway, Sahara.
it's not a terrible choice. It's a classic. I mean, it's one of those things, right? It's been covered by like 9 million fucking human beings who are all artists.
Yeah.
And so
But you couldn't name one of them.
Nope.
Anyway,
I don't know, Bing Crosby, right?
No. just be quiet. Now. So Sahara, anything?
Well, I funnily enough got exactly the same as Brad, which is now the jungle. No, not the jungle. No, jingle hop has
Okay.
begun.
Anyway, it was Jingle Bell Rock by
Oh,
Bodley Helms.
Of course.
Really?
And that
Yeah.
wasn't.
Oh
my
my
daughter
god,
sing it at
that's
school.
so bad that I didn't know that.
So there we go. Anyway, on to number 2, which I'm sure nobody got, which is All I Want for Christmas. Yes,
Oh,
Mariah.
who are you starting with?
we'll go with Sahara. Yeah.
Okay.
So we've got Mariah.
That's fine.
Oh, and what was the other one? The
Song
next
title.
line was "There is just one thing I need. All I want for Christmas." Mariah Carey is what is on. I had time
Very
to write on.
good. Okay, Mark, what have you got?
Yeah, I didn't get anything for that one either. I tried to.
You know, you said you drink a lot. Did you mean during this podcast?
That's totally not what was in that bottle I was sipping on earlier, but
Okay.
maybe.
Who knows?
Hey, it's making for a jolly holiday. Bradley.
So I have just a lot of money, and me. That was me. I said that.
Okay. Not actually a released Christmas single, though, is it?
You sure?
About 99.999996%.
Okay.
So anyway,
I'll believe
third
you.
and final. Said the wrong one again. So,
You're gonna give it to us
no,
again?
sorry.
I'm ready.
Last Christmas, I gave you my heart. Yeah, it was the right one. So, Mark, we'll come to you first. What did you get for next line?
I mean, that's the very next day you gave it away.
Hero.
Right.
I mean, I'm gonna have to go with the song's Last Christmas
Legend.
and Wham.
Wham indeed.
Nice.
Okay, Sahara, did you get anything separate from those?
Nope, completely the same. Because I was
Ah,
basic
hero.
with this. You
And Brad,
Oh man,
you
I
should
did
just
awesome.
go home at this point, I
Yeah,
think.
no. I just copied his answer and I had Mariah Carey down for because I know she does Christmas stuff.
Anyway, Sahara won that round 2.
The one who hated this is gonna
Yeah.
decimate us.
Okay,
Well,
so
I mean,
I
was
can
very
never
clear in
play
that
bar.
I
I
hate
can never
Christmas
play
when I
bar
don't win.
trivia again. I've been destroyed.
right, so the third and final round, which is really just for shits and giggles now, because Sahara's both made you look pathetic. You just need to tell me the year of which these Christmas films were released. So, number 1 is Home Alone. Number 2 is the original Miracle on 34th Street. And number 3, everyone's favourite Christmas film, Die Hard.
Oh.
Have we had enough time to pontificate, to swill our answers round our brains? Do we have our answers, people? Can we move this shit along and
Yeah.
come up to
Yeah.
its natural ending? Okay, so Zahara, what have you got for Home Alone?
92.
Fail. Brad?
I also had 92.
Fail. Mark?
1990.
Hero? Winner?
Ooh.
With the smug
Okay.
look on his face, I realised immediately that he knew the answer.
The smug look is
There you
just
go.
born from the jacket.
It is.
Okay, so the original Miracle on 34th Street.
Who you asking?
Let's go with Mark first. Winner stays on.
This was totally a guess. I'm gonna go with 1967. Nope. Okay.
No, Brad?
1945.
Nope. Sahara?
68.
Nope. 1947.
I was close. I
You-
knew it
so
was
you
in
were
the
close.
40s.
You were close, but no cigar. And then everyone's favourite Christmas film, Die Hard. Sahara, will come to you first.
94.
Nope. Brad?
91.
Nope. Come on, Mark.
1988.
Oh, the man is a movie guru. So
I
in
was-
the seamless
I was thinking
quiz,
80s.
the winner of the first ever Intercontinence Cup is Sahara. Well done. You should be cherishing that on your mantelpiece for the next 12 months until our next one. So, with that, guys, it's time to draw to a close. Thank you for joining us, Sahara and Mark. It's been an absolute blast. Brad, enjoy your last child-free Christmas. Thank you all for listening, wherever you are. I will be spending the festive period dancing in my panic room, hiding from everyone I know. Have yourself a very shitty but Merry Christmas, and you will hear from us in the new year. Take care.
Have
Happy
a fab
holidays.
flexi steak.
Have a Merry
Cheers,
Christmas and enjoy your panic room.
Yeah.
I hope it's festively decorated.
Absolutely.
I do hope so too.